This is a big week for Star Trek fans as we have Star Trek Day, the premiere of Lower Decks, and much, much more. Find out what all is happening this week on Cine Nerd Presents Blur Trek. Welcome and greetings, nerds and fellow Trekkers. This is Will, host of Cine Nerd Presents Blur Trek, and co-host and producer of the Cine Nerd podcast with our host, Sarah Belmont. I'm back with a quick roundup of some upcoming Star Trek events coming this week. And of course, the first one of those is that Lower Decks returns today for the first two episodes, Tuvix, which we get from all the previews. The USS Voyager is involved. And also, I have no bones, yet I must flee. This is a 10-episode season, and I'm looking so forward to sharing my thoughts with you about all the episodes from Star Trek Lower Decks. So be sure to subscribe and like this video and hit the notification button so you never miss anything that comes from our YouTube channel when it drops. So also coming up is this week is Star Trek Day. So as of recording time, it is September the 6th. And officially, that was when the very first episode aired, The Man Trap, on September 6, 1966 in Canada. However, the first episode that aired in the United States was on September the 8th. And that is the date that Paramount has decided to make the official day for Star Trek Day. And of course, it was also The Man Trap. But as part of Star Trek Day, Paramount is planning on doing several activities. And some of those include, I'll go to the website here to show some of the events that are taking place on Star Trek Day. Of course, you'll be able to watch Star Trek Day globally on StarTrek.com. You'll also be able to watch it on our YouTube channels, also on Twitch and their Facebook page as well. If you're in the United States, you'll be able to stream it on Paramount Plus, also on Pluto TV, which of course, if you're not aware, there is a Star Trek channel on Pluto TV where you can see classic episodes from the original series, Next Generation, and it'll sprinkle in some of the other series as well. And then also Mixable. Also, as part of the special events, they're going to be re-showing special airings of Strange New Worlds, the pilot and the second episode for that series on CBS. So if you don't have Paramount Plus and you get your television through traditional broadcast or cable, this will be an opportunity to be able to watch Strange New Worlds and see what you have been missing the last couple of seasons. Great series, highly recommended. Definitely has that old school vibe from the original series, but also has the new track flavor as well. So if you haven't had an opportunity to watch Strange New Worlds, here's your opportunity to do so now. There'll also be there were some special screenings that was for Lower Decks that happened back in August in select cities. So if you did get a chance to go to some of those special screenings, I'd love to hear from you in the chat below. So let me know give your spoiler-free thoughts, because not everyone's had an opportunity to watch the two episodes as of yet. But if you just want to drop in the chat your spoiler-free thoughts on the first two episodes of Lower Decks Season 4, do so in the chat below. Of course, there will be a special sale on the site as well with the special merch code. And Jerry O'Connell, who plays Commander Ransom on Lower Decks, is also going to be hosting a special commemorative look back on the series. And there will also be a special program for the last season of Star Trek Discovery. So those are some of the events that are taking place on Star Trek Day, which is September the 8th. And hopefully you'll be able to enjoy those things. I may jump on and do some live streaming on some of the events or not. I haven't decided yet. But again, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, and if I do jump on and do a live stream, you'll be able to catch it then. Also related to the events on the Star Trek Day is some of the members of the cast. As you know, we've been in the middle of a actors and writers strike And some of the cast members from those series is planning a United We Trek Day. And the idea is it's a special picket on Friday, and John Billingsley, who played Dr. Phlox on Star Trek Enterprise, Jonathan D'Arco, who played Hugh in the Star Trek: The Next Generation. He was aboard, and also he was also in season one of Picard. He and Michelle Hurd, and Michelle was also in Star Trek Picard. He played Raffi. Uh, they have asked all the creatives behind Star Trek to join them on this picket on September the 8th. They'll be doing one in Los Angeles at the Paramount Studios, and they'll also have one in New York. If you go to trekmovie.com, there's a great information about how the genesis of this came about. But basically, given that Paramount has selected Star Trek Day at September the 8th, this will be some sort of counter programming to be able to show that the creatives, both in front of and behind the camera, have just as much to do with the success of the series. And of course, we all want our SAG-AFTRA actors and our Writers Guild of America writers to be paid their fair wage and get a fair deal. So this event is open to fans. So if you are in New York or Los Angeles, they will have a picket. If as you can see here, the West Coast event will be 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. local time at the Paramount Studios there in Los Angeles. Everyone is welcome. They put the all call out to fans. Feel free to join in the tickets to support our Star Trek actors. And then also, if you're in the East Coast, the studio for Paramount on Broadway is from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. If they are streaming this event, I'll try to stream it as well, so that we can join virtually in solidarity with our beloved Star Trek actors and cast and crew, both in front of and behind the camera. So this is a great opportunity for us to show our support as fans for their efforts to get a fair deal from the studios. And then last, as far as the special events that will be coming on Star Trek Day, is a special commemorative event to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the animated series. And of course, there was a little preview about this earlier this summer, but we've got more information this week that the very first of 5 very short treks, and there are some debate whether or not these very short treks are canon or not. No, to me, anything that is there in live action or animation could be considered part of the canon. But of course, in the past, that we did learn earlier that previously announced Jonathan Frakes, Doug Jones, and Armin Shimmerman were announced to be part of this new animated series with the short treks. But we also got news this week from a press release showing that newly confirmed voice cast members for these upcoming 5 episodes will also include Ethan Peck, who plays Spock on Strange New Worlds, Gates McFadden, who plays Dr. Crusher on Next Generation and Picard, Celia Rose Gooding, who plays Uhura on Strange New Worlds, Connor Trinnair, who played Trip Tucker, Trip's Alive on Star Trek Enterprise, Bruce Horak, who played Hemmer on Strange New Worlds, Noel Wells, who voices Tendi on Lower Decks, and of course the legendary George Takei will all be a part of the upcoming animated celebration. There'll also be a commemorative comic book that will also be coming out as part of this. Here's a great poster that is a part of the celebration, and of course it is going to be called Very, Very Short Treks. These will be airing over the next 5 weeks, and as you can see, the dates, they'll be September the 8th, September 13th, through October the 4th. And this is very excited about this, especially when I first heard about it, but then seeing that additional actors from the various series are taking part in this is a great event to celebrate the 50 years since the first animated series premiered in the Star Trek universe. So those are some of the quick news items that I wanted to hit this week. But if you have any other ones that you would like to share, please drop them below in the chat. Again, this content is for informational and entertainment purposes and is not a promotion nor promotional material for any other parties. We stand in full solidarity with all the actors and writers in SAG-AFTRA and the WGA. Thank you so much again for joining me on this latest episode of Cena Nerd Presents Blur Trek. I will be doing recaps and reactions to the upcoming 10 episodes of Lower Deck. So again, please subscribe to our channel here so you never miss them. And also follow our crew on Twitter at Cena Nerd and at SNN Blur Trek. Friend us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Threads at scene_n_nerd. And our website at www.scenenerdpodcast.com. Our main show drops every Thursday or Friday. And be sure to rate, follow, and comment on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Subscribe to us here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Live long and prosper.